Tess and I work with Camilla at My Parenting Solutions.
And I'm Scarlett and I'm Camilla's daughter.
And I'm with Scarlett today to find out what her mum was really like growing up. So now you're 18 and kind of, about to fly the nest. Yeah, an adult yourself, and I hear you've done quite a lot of babysitting.
Yeah.
What did you think about your mum's approach to parenting when you were growing up?
Well, it was always very kind of relaxed, and I think that's the approach I've put on to. I'm also a teaching assistant at a school, so I use a lot of my mum's parenting tips. Like, for example, I was babysitting the other day, and children, she was having a tantrum before bed, and she has always been very relaxed when it comes to that kind of things. And instead of shouting, I use the approach as being nice to her and kind of, I don't know. So I think that's something that I've learned from my mum. And
I guess maybe kind of using the positive discipline techniques.
Yeah, because I know that if I was, rude back to her, or she could tell that she was annoying me, then it would be worse. But instead I had to just be really relaxed like she is. And it works. It works.
Great. And in terms of your mum's approach, what kind of impact do you think that's had on your relationship now?
Well, as I was saying, it's all very it's been very friendly. So I don't really see my mum as kind of authoritative figure. Mm-hmm. Instead, more like a guidance, because I know
that's so nice.
If I was if I had acted up or I was in a bad mood and I was taking that out on her, she always knows it's not really got anything to do with her, and so she doesn't get angry at me for that. Instead, she kind of tries to get to the bottom of it. So I don't really see her as, I'm not obviously not many people are scared of their parents, but I don't really see, I would always come to her with any problems instead of hiding it from her.
So you've kind of got that close connection.
Yeah, I know that she'll see the good. Oh no, I don't know what I'm saying.
So you'd say you have a close connection with your mum?
Yeah, I would say so, because I'm not, as I was saying, I'm not worried to tell her anything, because I'm not scared that she's going to punish me. Instead, I know I could talk to her about anything, and I'm not going to be in trouble for that. We can just talk it out. What was the story I was going to say?
I think it was just
when I get at school.
Yeah.
When I if ever I got in trouble at school, I was never if me and my friend got in trouble at school and she was really worried about telling her mum because she was scared I'm not going to be able to have a sleepover, I'm going to get in trouble. I was never worried about that. Instead, I was more upset that she was going to find out about that. Be disappointed. Instead, I've really never been punished or for anything like that.
Okay, so I've heard that when you've been babysitting or looking after other people's kids, their parents say things like, I hope my children turn out like you when they're older. So obviously your mum's approach has kind of worked.
Well, I think that is more a confidence thing. Mm-hmm. So parents, when I meet parents, when I'm working, it's if I come across and confident and kind of how do you say put my how I portray myself. Mm-hmm. And how I portray myself is what they would want for their children. I think from that, my mum's influence on that kind of side is always being very supporting. Mm-hmm. And gentle parenting. And I think that's from her being supportive mm-hmm. of me, and the gentle parenting kind of making me my own person and making mm-hmm. my own decisions. And being a bit more independent. I feel that's something different. I can tell.
Okay.
Growing up, I think I've been more independent.
And I guess that kind of shows that the approach has a lifelong effect. So it's not just using the approach when you were kind of a toddler.
Yeah.
It's seeing you right through
until and it's
even
funny.
Now.
Yeah. It's funny now I'm using what my mum used on me. on children I'm working with.
Amazing.
And it really works.
What kind of examples can you give of that?
So I've been like babysitting and nannying and also working in school, and if there's a child struggling to kind of get out their words, or like, you know, having a tantrum or a half tantrum, whatever you call it, I can use what my mum's taught me, which is to like, what I do is I like try and put into their feelings, put words into their feelings,
Put their feelings
into words. And to help them get that out, and also instead of like showing them that I'm frustrated, being really, really nice, like killing them with kindness until they get out of this funk. And it's funny, like if I'm ever in that situation, I'm like texting my mum on the side, like, what do I do now?
So you still turn to her for the advice as well. Good to know.
Yeah. And what I've seen so far is it works, and without making anything a bigger deal, instead of kind of getting to the bottom of their problems and diffusing the situation. Instead, like, because if I know that if I started shouting back at them, it would just make everything so much worse.
I guess it's amazing to see or to foresee that kind of domino effect as well. So what your mum has done for you, you're going to then have that same approach for your kids. Yeah. And the cycle kind of continues.
Yeah. It feels quite powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. So hearing everything that you said today as a mum to two young boys. Kind of gives me a lot of hope for the future, and putting these techniques into place now,
and how they can carry on through,
and how they're going to turn out, is really reassuring and exciting as well, actually.
Yeah.
So thanks for talking to me about it.
That's all right.